Episode 7. Alright y'all, this week we're going to go over the cooler I use in my rig. It's the 48 Quart Euhomy 12 volt refrigerator. Let me tee this thing up. If you've been following along, you know that I started the journey a few months ago with the Yeti Tundra 65. I was buying ice and I thought everything was going to be fine.
Well, that was before I bought this small thermometer just to keep in the Yeti cooler to make sure that my food was staying at food safe temperatures, which, according to the FDA, is 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below. And after watching it for a few days, I actually got a little concerned. The temperature was reading 42 to 45 on a fairly regular basis, and I was keeping all my perishables and meat down on the ice itself, but as the ice would melt, everything became a soggy mess and I was having to throw away perfectly good food.
Not to mention the ice expense. I was spending an average of $8 a week on ice. Now $8 times 52 weeks in a year gives us an annual expense of a whopping $416. So, realizing that wasn't going to work, I got busy researching refrigeration options. And now for a 45 quart refrigerator, you can spend anywhere from $200 to $1,500. From what I can tell, as you go up in price, the first thing that improves is the compressor, followed by the insulation and build quality. All that equates to a fridge that will likely be more efficient in terms of power usage and one that will last longer. However, I did not go with the expensive, better built option. I went with the frugal one, the Euhomy 48 quart, which as of June 2024 is being sold on Amazon for $240. That's far less than I paid for my Yeti cooler. Let's go over the specs. So, it has a 48 quart capacity, which really just means that you can fit basically 46 canned beverages inside. Outside, it's 27 inches long by 13.5 inches wide and 18 inches tall. Inside, the main compartment is 13 inches long by 10.5 inches wide and 14 inches deep. The small compartment, which does not stay as cold as the main compartment, is about 6 inches long by 10.5 inches wide and 8 inches deep. I keep produce and fruit in this compartment and it works great. It comes with a removable basket, which is convenient for organization or for removing everything at once when you need to clean it. It weighs 33 pounds, which is 15 pounds lighter than my Yeti with 2 full bags of ice. And finally, I did add a $60 insulated cover, which seems to improve temperature regulation even more. The power draw is minimal, but if you want more information, go check out my power system video. That should help you out. Now we can talk specs all day, but if you're like me, you want to know what you can actually fit inside this thing. I just went to the grocery store, and though it changes from week to week, here's what I have. In the small compartment, 3 apples, 3 oranges, 1 jalapeno, walnuts, and a chocolate bar. In the main refrigerator, 4 cold beers, ground turkey, sausages, feta cheese, a bag salad, a dozen eggs, peanut butter, overnight oats, carrots, celery, mayo, mustard, ketchup, and some tortillas.
Okay, I want to close with some thoughts here. I typically believe in the buy right, buy once mentality, but I simply didn't have the cash to shell out for the more expensive options when I was purchasing this refrigerator. And this one had great reviews. Now, if we take the total cost of the fridge and the cover, which is $300, and we consider that my average annual expense for ice was $416, this thing is a no-brainer. Within a year, if it lasts that long, if it lasts a year, it will have covered the cost of the refrigerator and saved me $115 on top of that. But I think it's worth mentioning that with cheaper options, you can always run into quality control issues. Mine has been great so far, but that's always the risk you take when you go the budget route. If I were to make any recommendation here, it's to go with the best quality refrigerator you can that fits comfortably within your budget. If you can get a good compressor, good insulation, and a good build quality, by all means go for it. Ultimately, it's going to serve you better in the long run, and so I would say go that route. I'll keep you guys posted on how the fridge performs over time and if I run into any issues. But for now, that's it. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'll do my best to help you out. And as always, if you liked it, like it. And if you really liked it, come along for the ride. A lot more videos headed your way. I'll see you next time.